Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be making a delicious Indian vegetarian vegetable stew, also known as sambar. So let's have a look at the ingredients. Now for sambar, the amount of vegetables is very flexible, it's up to you, but generally we stick to some of these main vegetables. So for today, I have one small potato, skin and cube, about 2 cms of carrot cut into small pieces, one small eggplant cut into small pieces, about 1 cup of cauliflower cut into small florets, one small onion, one green chili cut, one tomato sliced into small pieces, and I am using half a cup of red dal or masoor dal. Now you can use any dal that you want, but this would be the fastest to cook. If you use yellow dal, it will take quite a bit of time. So this is what I usually use, red dal. Okay. Now we need ghee. That will actually give flavor to the sambar. For the spices for the stew, you can, in this case today, I'm using 1 tablespoon of sambar powder. You can buy this from any Indian grocery store. I will have 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, a quarter teaspoon of chili powder, a quarter teaspoon or less of hing or perunggayam or Asafetida. Okay. Now for the temper or for the tadka, I have a few pieces of curry leaves. I have 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds, or half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of fennel seeds. Now so again, just to remind that these vegetables are a little bit flexible. It's up to you on what you like and how much you want, and we'll adjust the salt after we cook it. Okay, so let's start cooking. First we'll put our dal into a pot. We'll just give this a wash and then we'll bring this to a boil. So I've added about a half a liter of water, and then I've washed the lentils, and then we'll just bring this to a rolling boil and boil it for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. If you're using yellow dal, you need to boil it for at least like maybe half an hour. So the red color dal or the orange dal or masoor dal, this will cook a lot faster. So I'll come back. When you're cooking dal or lentils, it is not uncommon for all these bubbly scum to be present. So we'll just skim this thing off and remove some of this bubbly scum. Okay. So our red dal has been boiling for about 10 minutes now. Now I just want to tell you that I'm dividing the vegetables into 3 portions. There are the hard vegetables, so the cauliflower, carrots and potatoes. There are the semi-hard, which are the eggplant and the onions, and the soft vegetables, which we'll add last, the green chilies and the tomatoes, because we don't want this to like totally disintegrate. Okay, so right now after 10 minutes we'll put in our hard vegetables, so the potatoes, the carrots and also the cauliflower. Okay, and I'm timing this so that all the vegetables are cooked properly. So I'll bring this to a boil and come back, and we'll cook this for about 5 minutes and come back. So after about 5 minutes, you can see it our lentils have started to break down. You can see like the lentils starting to break down and the vegetables are starting to soften up. Okay, right now we will actually put in our eggplant and our onion. Okay, and at the same time we'll also put in all our masala powder. Okay, so just remind, sambar powder, asafetida, coriander, chili powder and turmeric. You obviously can adjust this to your own your own taste. Okay, so I'm going to leave out a bit of the sambar powder first, just to make sure it's not too spicy for me. I can't take very spicy food, so but you should adjust it to your own taste. Okay, so we'll bring this to a boil, and you can actually see the color is actually becoming very nice sambar yellowish color right now. That's because of the sambar powder and also the turmeric powder. Okay, so let's bring this to the boil and let it cook for another 5 minutes before we put in our soft vegetables and cook it, and then we'll do our tempering or tadka. So this is after another 5 minutes. You can actually see like the dal or the lentils have almost completely disintegrated, and the sauce, the gravy is become like really thick. Okay, so this is what we want, and our eggplant has started to like really soften down. Okay, we don't want to have tough pieces of eggplant. Now this is time to also season the sambar. Just add some salt. Okay, and then we will have to taste this to make sure the salt is correct. Let me just taste this. Okay, the spice is good, but the salt is not enough. Typically we'll eat this with rice, so you may need to salt it a little bit higher than normal. Okay, that's good now. Okay, so this is actually boiling. Now we'll put in our soft vegetables, tomato, and also cut into small strips. Okay, and our green chili. Obviously tomatoes and green chilies can be eaten raw, so we don't need to cook this too much. We'll just bring this to a boil for about a minute, and then we can turn off the flame. Then we can actually do our tempering, our tadka. Okay, so I'll boil this for a minute, and then we'll come back. So I brought this to a boil, and then I've just cooked this for a minute. Now we obviously want the tomatoes to be soft, but not too totally disintegrated until we cannot see it. So, and of course this sambar is really hot right now, and the vegetables will continue cooking in the existing heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this from the flame, and then we'll actually do our tempering. Okay, so you need a small metal pot. Yeah, this is my tempering dish. So I've heated that, and I'm putting in like 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of ghee. If you don't like ghee, well, ghee actually makes the vegetarian food taste delicious. But if you don't like ghee, then you can just use any vegetable oil. Okay, but traditionally we always use ghee. So we'll actually heat up the ghee. Okay, so I'll heat this thing up until the ghee is melted and come back. Right, so our ghee is melted and heated up. We'll put in our mustard seeds, our cumin and fennel, and the curry leaves we'll just hold on for a little bit. Okay, we want this to like pop. Okay. So just give it a minute for it to start popping or crackling, because if the mustard seeds are not cooked, it will taste very weird. Okay, so just give it a bit of time for it to start crackling. Okay, so you can hear that the mustard seeds are starting to crackle, so this is good, without which it will taste very bad. And then we'll put in our curry leaves. Okay, we'll basically take it off the flame, we don't want it to burn. Okay, I'll transfer back our sambar. Wow, that smell of the tempering is amazing. Okay, now we'll just pour our hot ghee into the sambar. Okay, this is like the most delicious thing ever. Just give it a good mix. Now if you want to add red dried chilies to your temper, you can also do that. That will also make it very delicious. Alright, so let me just like remove all the dal. Remove all the ghee from my temper dish. Okay, now we can turn off the flame, and our vegetable sambar is ready. You can see how beautiful it is. It's got, let me just zoom in. It's got very beautiful colors, and all the vegetables are already tender. You can actually see the carrot, so I can actually easily like cut through the carrot with my spoon. Okay, that's tender, and that smell and flavor of ghee and the spices. Let me just give a taste. Oh, that is so good. That is so good. Now you got to try this. If you have never, or if you're not from Indian origin, you want to try to make this dish, because it's really delicious and it's really good for you. Okay, only one thing would be, because we are using lentils, you can make sambar without lentils, but if you're using lentils, make sure you use the Asafetida or kayam or hing. That is to prevent the lentils from giving you gas. Alright, so there you have it, or there we have it. Alright, beautiful vegetarian sambar. Try it. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Now if you like, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification icon for more videos like this. See you in the next video.